Hello and welcome. I am Eva Gallagher, and this is Antoinette Golden, and we're from Illinois Department of Employment Security. I am hosting a show called IDS and You, and Antoinette is my guest today, and we will be talking about employment services. First, I would like to let you know what IDS, Illinois Department of Employment Security, is doing. We provide three core functions to residents and businesses of Illinois. The first function is to provide unemployment insurance to people who lost their jobs of no fault of their own. The second function is to provide labor market and career information. And the last, we provide employment services, and we are connecting job seekers and employers. So, Antoinette, what are the services that we provide through employment services that we will discuss today?
Well, I think a good thing to do is to actually define what employment services actually is.
Good idea.
Employment services in workforce development services, typically what they are all the services that we provide that assist job seekers to gain employment. So whether they are unemployed and they're connecting to the workforce, or they're underemployed and they're reconnecting to the workforce. And so that would include things like different workshops, one-on-one assistance, different case management assistance. We do assessment tests. We also provide job development services that actually reach out to employers and connect those job seekers. We find out what employers are looking for, what type of characteristics for their new employees they're looking for, and we actually recruit people to fill those positions. And so also, because we are a federal contractor, we work with a lot of employers who have federal dollars. And so that's like a lot of your manufacturing companies and different things like that.
Okay, That sounds very interesting. I hope this is going to be helpful for a lot of people. So, Antoinette, your title is Special Populations Program. Special Populations Program Manager,
yes.
Right? So what do you do?
Well, I'm the statewide manager for our special population programs, and so when we look at our employment services, we separate them into a couple of different categories. The first category we have is specifically for our veterans, for our armed men and women who fought for our country. They have a separate program, and then we have our standard job seekers who they're just looking for work. They're looking to get reconnected to the workforce or to get connected to the workforce. And then we have those populations of job seekers who need a little bit of extra help. They have considerable barriers to employment. So that's where I come in. I manage those programs, and right now with IDES, those are considered our youth services for those who are 16 to 24, as well as our returning citizen services. So anyone who's had any type of experience with justice, if there's justice involved, so whether they have an arrest record, whether they were incarcerated or convicted of some type of crime, we assist them in getting employment. And then we also have services for job seekers who are a little more seasoned and who are 50 and over.
Yes. So you're saying that these are the people who have trouble finding jobs, right? These groups.
Yes, they have trouble. I think everybody has trouble finding jobs nowadays. But these are the populations of people who have more barriers to their employment. So it's a little bit tougher for them to find employment. So even though it's difficult for everyone, for those people, a lot of times they have more barriers because of their background or because of their age or experience or whatever the case may be. So that's where the special population programs come in.
Okay, That sounds good. So how do these people begin to even receive the help from IDES?
That's a great question, Eva. A lot of times when people think of unemployment insurance, when they think of IDES, the first thing they think of is unemployment insurance, because typically that's what people know. They know the unemployment checks, they know the unemployment wages, rates and different things like that, but they don't really look at we actually connect people
Yeah.
to getting jobs. And so that's why I'm so happy to be on your show today, because it's platforms like this where we can connect with job seekers. We can connect with Illinois residents and businesses and inform them about this stuff, because a lot of times they don't know. They may arbitrarily see us at a job fair, or they may hear about us, but how people know about it, a lot of times through word of mouth. We try to send out emails, we try to do what we call phone notification systems, and we try to get out into the community and do some outreach. But you're right, a lot of times people don't know exactly what we provide through the agency outside of unemployment insurance.
Yes. So is it visiting the agency or website?
Well, that's a good question. We do have a website. We have our IDES website. Now, a lot of times people only go on the website just to certify for their unemployment insurance. However, if you go on the ides.illinois.gov website, you can also get information about our employment services. So whether you are a returning citizen, whether you are a youth age 16 to 24, whether you want information about where to find your closest center, because we do have our local centers. There are centers all throughout the state where they can come in. You can go to our website and get that information.
So you're saying there's a map on the website, right?
Yes, there is a map on the website.
Let me help to bring the website closer. And the map is right here, and it shows all the locations of the offices that are throughout the state.
So if you look, you see all those different offices throughout the state. So it's not just if you're in Chicago, or it's not just if you're in Springfield. We have offices all throughout the state. We have standalone offices. We have offices, our American Job Centers, where we have we share offices with our partners. We also have offices inside of some of your community colleges. If you go onto the IDES website, you can you can just put your zip code in, and it'll tell you the closest office to you.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
Now, I also want to mention, because this is something a lot of times where if people, let's just say they're not mobile and they can't get to our offices, but they still want to take advantage of our services and they're still looking for employment opportunities, we have a website on our we have a job board on our regular website, and that's our Illinois Job Link website. Eva, can you show? So if you go to our individuals, and if a person is looking for jobs, they can look through that area in there, and they can find all of the information that they need to get onto the Illinois Job Link website.
Okay, thank you so much. And you said that you help employees find employment, but how do you guys do that?
Well, we have a phenomenal business services team that connects with different employers throughout the state. They go to the employers, they find out what they're looking for, they find out what type of employee would be the best fit for those positions. And then what they do is, when they come back to our offices, they talk to our staff in our offices and they ask, hey, how, do you have anybody who would fit this criteria? Do you have anybody who would be a great fit for this employer? And so then we do the matching. We go ahead and we start matching people. And then inside of our IllinoisJobLink.com website, you can also do matching there as well. And so you can employers can put down exactly what they're looking for, and then job seekers, they can put down the different skills and characteristics that they have, and everybody's matched just right there.
That sounds awesome. So any tax incentives that employers can get?
Absolutely. Well, IDES, we are the disseminators of the Work Opportunity Tax Credit for the state of Illinois. What the Work Opportunity Tax Credit is, it's a tax credit for several different categories of job seekers. So if you are a veteran, or if you are a returning citizen within 1 year of release from incarceration, if you are a disabled person, if you are a young person working during the summer, if you are a TANF recipient, there's so many different categories that you can get, that employers can receive tax credits for. And it's important for our job seekers to know that this exists, even though it's not necessarily a tax incentive specifically for the job seeker. It's important for the job seeker to know that this information and this opportunity exists for employers, because it helps them kind of sell themselves. When they're in the interview, they can say, well, I qualify for this tax incentive. So if you hire me, you can get money off of your taxes. And if they come into our local offices, into our American Job Centers, or if they reach out to us, we can do what we call a conditional certification to identify exactly what they qualify for. So as you go around and you conduct interviews, or you take interviews, you already know what you qualify for. So it's a selling point for you as you're in these interviews. And so that's important. And then we have what they call the Federal Fidelity Bonding System as well. IDES is also the disseminator of the Federal Fidelity Bonding Program. What that is, it's an insurance program for employers for hiring people who cannot otherwise be bonded. So there are a lot of different categories. So let's just say if you were dishonorably discharged from military services, or if you have a compromised background, or if you have, let's say, challenged credit, or work history, or you have a lack of work history, something that would make employers apprehensive about hiring you, you can get a free federal fidelity bond through the state of Illinois. Well, actually, it's a federal bond, but we administer it through the state of Illinois. And it's for the employers, 6 months, absolutely free, and you can also renew it. This is something, all we need to do is just connect with the employer and just know that they're willing to bring you on, and boom, you have this federal fidelity bond. That's an incentive, because let's just say, like I said, sometimes an employer might be apprehensive about hiring someone because of whatever reason. They have this insurance policy right here that they don't have to pay for.
Yes.
And that's something that gives them a little bit more ease when it comes to hiring people.
That sounds excellent. Thank you so much. So, if you just joined us, you're watching IDES and You, a show about many free services that IDES offers to people across the state of Illinois. My name is Eva Gallagher, and we have a guest today with us, Antoinette Golden, and she's working with special programs in employment services. And we are discussing employment services, variety of services aimed at employing the unemployed and underemployed in Illinois. Please visit us at IDES website, or call the number listed below of the screen. So the website is ides.illinois.gov, and the phone number is 1-877-566-6230. I would like to get back to discussing what we've discussed about employment services and ask you a little bit more about the website. Where can we find events on the website, or what type of events IDES offers, and about how can our viewers get prepared when they are going to visit one of our locations?
Well, we do have information on our website that has a calendar. We have an actual calendar on the website where you can search to identify exactly what's available in your area. So if you're interested in, let's say, a job fair or a resource fair, and you're not too sure exactly what's coming to your area, we can go ahead and you can see that on our calendar right there on your screen. That's the calendar. And those are some of the events that we have in our local areas. Now, there are so many other events that we also provide. And if you want more information, about some of our job fairs and our resource fairs, then you can also come into our American Job Center, because while this calendar is phenomenal, there's so many more events that we host as well. And one of the best ways is to stay in contact with your local American Job Center and to make sure that we have your information, and we're sending out emails and phone notifications about the different events that we have going on.
All right, so I'm just showing once again the map of the local American Job Centers, and you can find exact addresses on our website, but here's just a quick look, and to remind you that we have offices throughout Chicago and throughout the state.
So even if you live in the Chicago area, there's several different American Job Centers that you can visit. I mean, we have some on the south side. We also have some on the north side. We have some toward the center of the city. We have American Job Centers spaced throughout the city of Chicago. But also, if you're not in the city of Chicago and you're just like, let's say, in the outskirts, in our suburban areas, we have centers all throughout our suburban areas as well, any area in Cook County. And then let's just say you know friends or family who just live throughout the state, period. If you have friends or family in Springfield, in East St. Louis, Belleville, Quincy, Mount Vernon, DeKalb, Decatur, Peoria. I mean, we have offices all throughout the state. So regardless of where you live, there's an office somewhere close to you. Now, some offices are closer than others, and so for whatever reason, if, let's just say, you don't want to drive, or you can't drive to the office because you can't get a ride today, or whatever, let's say it's a Sunday and public transportation isn't working, you can always find those services on our website, that website right there, our ides.illinois.gov website. You can go on there and you can look at different services we have. You can look at the different resources we have. We have information about how to write a resume, information about how to take phone calls for phone call etiquette. There's so many different resources on our website. So if for whatever reason you can't get into our offices, you can go right online to our website and get a lot of different resources as well.
Okay, so assuming I want to go to the office, and how do I prepare? Should I take my resume with me? Should I already dress up, or?
You know what? That's a really good question. Now, I'm all for someone dressing up. I love a good dress up. So I'm all for someone dressing up. But honestly, you don't necessarily have to put on your Sunday best to get into our offices. Initially, if you just come into our offices and just say, hey, I need some help. So you may need help with writing a resume.
Okay, so I'm just beginning the process.
You're just beginning the process. So you go online on our website.
Okay.
And you find the closest website to you. You put your zip code in and you find your closest IDES office or American Job Center. And then you go in, you say, I just need some help. What we'll do is we'll take you through the process. We'll provide an assessment test to identify exactly what you're needing. What if you need some supportive services. Let's just say you need child care assistance, or you need additional training, or you need something like that. We can refer you to on-site partners. We have partners on-site to refer you to for training, for educational assistance, for supportive services, and different things like that. If it's something that requires a supportive service that we don't have on-site, we have lists of different local resources that we can refer you out to, because IDES is phenomenal, but we don't do everything. So if there's something that we can't provide you in our offices, we'll refer you out to someone else. Now, if you come and you say, look, I have everything I need, I just need some employment assistance, what we'll do is we'll start looking at, do you need workshops? We have workshops on everything from how to prepare your elevator speech. If you're looking to get employed with the state of Illinois, we have workshops about that. If you are a returning citizen and you want more information, we have information about expungement services, sealing services. If you are age 16 to 24 and you want some assistance, we have information about that. We have so much information in our actual American Job Center. So when you come in, if you have your resume, bring your resume. If you need help writing your resume, we'll help you with that too. If you need help on how to interview, because you're saying, I'm going on all these interviews and it's not working, we have information we can have a workshop that we can put you in to kind of help you with that. Once we've identified that you are job ready, that's when we go through the process of identifying employment services for you. We'll also refer you out to some of our job fairs. We also have on-site recruitments where employers come into our offices and conduct on-site hiring recruitments and almost like little mini job fairs. And so for that, what you would do, we would assist you on how to prepare for those events, like making sure you know how to describe yourself, making sure you know how to answer different questions. We have so many different services to provide for our job seekers. And so it just really depends on exactly what you need, but we can help you. We can provide the resume. We can provide the interview skills. We can provide supportive services, referrals. Yeah.
So if I don't even know where should I start looking, I don't have, you were referring to special populations, for example, youth. So I'm just getting into job market. I have no idea. I don't really know much about myself. Can you help me figure out how to get from here, start to look? You can look into jobs that have this path or that path.
Absolutely.
Or people who have, or people like returning veterans.
Absolutely. We have Career Information System website where you can go on and you can take assessment tests to identify exactly what your interests are, where your skills are, what type of career path you should take based upon those skills, those interests. If you're interested in going into college, we can actually identify different colleges that provide the services that you're interested in, the majors that you're interested in.
Which we actually discussed in previous episodes.
Well, see there? See, stick with her. She'll get you what you need when it comes to career information. So our Career Information System services, that website is phenomenal to provide those information, that type of information, if you're kind of confused on what path to take and different things like that.
All right, and what about the website where I can leave my resume? You said that there's going to be available resources for you to help guide me through the application process.
Now, on our IDES website, we have a website called IllinoisJobLink.com.
So I will show it now.
That's our IllinoisJobLink.com website. Now, that website is, you can access that website from our IDES page, or you can type it in IllinoisJobLink.com. This is our state's labor exchange system. So what that means is for the state of Illinois, that's our online job board. And so you can go on there. That's that matching that I was talking about, where employers put their criteria in, and then you put what your skills are, and then you connect with exactly what the employers are wanting.
So we have option for job seekers,
Correct.
for employers.
Yes.
We have training and education. And you mentioned resources as
Yes.
well. Also, this is Illinois Career Information System. We were discussing it last month. And resources. And we can also find, I think,
Now, this is what
hiring fairs, right?
Yes, hiring fairs. But this is what I was also talking about in terms of a lot of the tools that are available online. Like you see the do's and the don'ts of interviews and different things like that. And then, yes, we do have our list of our hiring fairs in your area.
This is excellent information. Thank you so much. And this is all the time that we have for today. Thank you for watching the show today. My name is Eva Gallagher, and this is Antoinette Golden. And we're from Illinois Department of Employment Security. And we were talking about employment services provided by IDES. I hope you found this information very useful. So please use this information, visit our website at ideas.illinois.gov, call us if you need to, and tell about this, what you've learned here, to your friends, family, whoever is looking for a job or not. Maybe they will in the future. We're trying to be helpful, and this is our show. Thank you for listening to us and watching the show. Next month, we will come back with answering some of the questions that we received from previous episodes when we were discussing Illinois College to Career and also Reality Check. We will answer those questions, and maybe if you call within this month and ask us questions about employment services, we'll gather those questions and answer that in the next episode that will air in another month, in the month of December. Thank you so much, and goodbye.